There we are.
So
So
backstory on Volgar the Viking is that I don't remember when I don't know why I played this. Somebody suggested it to me, and then I played through it and found it was extremely difficult. And then actually, our buddy Jim Shepard was like, "You should speedrun Volgar the Viking" when I had announced AGDE, and so I was like, "Okay, let's do it." And it ended up being a lot of work, and I'm still pretty bad at it, but hopefully we can get a sub 30-minute run. The first like 4 or 5 levels are pretty solid, and the game's going to look really easy when I play it, but it's one of those things where as long as you keep moving, everything goes exactly the same. There's no randomness except for a couple of enemy spawns. And if I screw up, it like... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. If I screw up...
If you screw up, you what?
I meant to reset the game because it actually changes, like, if you let that play out there.
Right.
In any case, here's Volgar the Viking. I hope you like it. I hope it doesn't suck.
Good luck, Lobos.
Thanks. Okay, so there's some basics to Volgar the Viking in that there's like a jump, there's a roll, which gives you some invulnerability frames, and all the movement is pretty much, you have to commit to it. If you start jumping, start rolling, you're done. Like, that's going to happen. And all of the armor pieces that you pick up, you'll lose armor for taking hits, which sucks. It makes it go a lot slower. That thing that I just picked up is an item that lets me take a hit, but also deals damage around me. Boom, like that. So, that's really the basics of it, and then the rest is just knowing the levels and knowing the enemies. Oh, shoot.
Like right at the beginning, that reminded me of the old game Lost Dog with some RPG elements. Yeah, old tiny game.
At this point, I have all the equipment, basically. Fire Sword is the most OP thing, and it's very important because it does double damage, and is pretty much required to do this fast at any point.
What's your personal best?
Ooh, that's bad. But that's
I distracted.
no, that was just I don't know. Did the attack at the wrong time. Personal best is like 31 minutes, I think. I might not beat that. And another thing is, it's got like the Donkey Kong Country style jumps where you can roll and then jump from the roll. Okay, but see, even without having the sword, it actually moves you faster, so I can't make that jump. Rolling down slopes is another thing that... and I gotta go slow here, too. Okay. There's another damage absorb item right there, which I'm going to use up ahead to make a particularly annoying area less annoying. Right here, a bunch of guys spawn and try and mess with you, but I'm eat that hit on purpose. And then this is kind of particular. As long as you jump this at the same time, you'll avoid those spores. But there's alternate ways to actually avoid that if you're casual playing. So, wait here a second. Yeah, this ending that I'm doing is 17 minutes, I believe, is the record.
Is this on?
This is only on PC, it's on Steam.
I was gonna say, it looks like a retro game, but the graphics are really good.
Yeah, whoops. That should be good here.
Like, I'm like, this kind of looks like a Sega game, but the vibrancy of it.
Yeah, the animations are really good too.
It's like a Sega game with a bigger palette.
So was it like a recent game?
Yeah. So at the end of each level, you have to collect all the treasure or it will not warp you out. So, like, there's actually kind of some strats for collecting the treasure, so it's faster. Alright. And pretty much every level, continuing forward, gets just harder and harder. Which is great. I forgot to mention that there is spear throwing, but obviously I've been doing that a lot, so it's a thing that you can do. Those are mines that will like follow you proximity style. Here's the secret item here.
Is there a big community behind this game in terms of speedrunning, or you have to find a lot of stuff out on your own?
You know, I actually have not watched one speedrun of this game. All of the strats that I do here, I just kind of played through the game, and that area always works out, but it never looks like it's going to. But yeah, I just kind of played through the game and was like, oh, this seems fast, so I'll do this. So there's very likely strats that I just have no idea about. Like, I'm holding on to this damage boost for one of those lobster machines later. Just to make that faster. Oh, shoot, I'm supposed to do that. Okay, great. Well, I missed that guy, but he died anyways. He just kind of fell in the water still. This is where I want to take that hit, kill everything. Fast strats. Okay.
Grimagird and Murloc.
Murlocs, yeah. Alright, here's where you take advantage of the rolling into jumping to skip like that whole lower section. And you just mostly skip these clams. That's going to be for the boss, just to speed it up. This boss I can actually do without taking a hit, but some other bosses I can't.
That item you got, was that a damage one-time use thing, or what was that?
No, it's when I take a hit, I don't lose any armor, and it AoEs and does more damage around me. This is always, for some reason, a tricky part for me. But that went very well. I'm going to wait for this stupid slime, because they are trolly. Okay. So now I can, as long as I hold on to this buff for the boss, I can kill him very quickly.
Now, did the Thor's Hammers one-shot bosses too? Or?
No. Wow, that was really close.
Really lucky.
Alright. So now, all I have to do for this boss is just kind of like face tank him. One thing about this game is that it does have a game time, like a timer. Wow, that did that terribly. So, so it's got, in the bottom right, it's got the real time for the entire run, but it does levels at a time also.
I like that your little loot thing is just piling up full of shit.
You eventually have to go over the top. Now this part always goes poorly when I actually have gear, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know. The way that you learn these levels is starting from scratch, basically with the equipment that I have right now. So when you get in here with better equipment, having a wider arc for the sword attack is actually harder, like, because you move enemies backwards when you like do a jump over them. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but...
We got a $100 donation.
Awesome.
No comment?
Hype, hype. That's always a scary section, and I need... Okay, I don't need the buff for this, but what I'm gonna have to actually do is... assuming I get past this next part, I'm gonna have to die in the next level, because I will be... I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to. So unfortunately, that's a level restart. But now you can see the strats when I don't have all the equipment. Which is throw that, knock into this, do that. See, it's smooth as bananas. You do that. Uh-oh. The thing that sucks. Oh boy, I need to die now. The thing that sucks about these zombies is if you chop their middle half, it actually splits them into two and flings their upper body forward. So you have to be careful about that. And there's a mechanic also as soon as you land from a jump, you will do a bottom attack, like you'll do a low attack for whatever reason. So there's a lot of things you have to get used to. Oh wow. This is okay. I can... Actually, it's not really okay at all.
Did you need to practice, Kate?
So, since the idea is to not get hit for the rest of the level anyways, I'm gonna die. Man, yeah. Unfortunately, this is not one of the levels I was hoping to have trouble with.
Is there a life counter, or can you just keep doing
You can just constantly die forever. It's like Dark Souls.
Right.
But no, I will not run out of lives.
And which one are you doing? 2 and 3 or 1 and 3?
Wow, I am completely ruining that strat.
It's really badass that the arrows use those as kinesthetics, so
Yeah. Alright. Back on the track. Also, the thing is, I was going to do this game hard mode, but the way the hard mode works is if you keep getting items and you don't get hit at all, you'll get these. That's okay. We'll get to the next level. You'll get an item that unlocks the hard mode basically that you can access in that transition screen. Oh, I need to die. Reason I'm dying is because you start from death with a base shield. And otherwise, I would have gotten a wooden shield there and been behind on items. This is one level that it's important for me to not get hit.
You were saying there's a hard mode. What is that?
Sorry.
hard mode do?
Yeah, basically, if you get all the items during that transition part of the level, like where all the gold was piling up, you can go up top and access a hard mode level of the next level. But if you die, you go back to normal levels. So in order to practice that, I would have had to keep going there, and then when I died on the hard mode level, go all the way through the game again, and that would have been that was not 1 month of practice worthy. There's some tricky stabs here. Okay, so I should be fine. This boss, for whatever reason, I tried, but I could not do him without this damage soak. I don't know.
Sir Lobos wishes you Godspeed, Lobos.
Thank you. Alright. See, and the damage from the AoE as well as just keeping my flame sword is what tanks it through that.
The AoE looked like it was shooting projectiles, so if you do it on the inside, it does more damage. Is that right? Or-
No, it all does the same damage. The projectiles just determine whether or not the guy gets hit.
Gotcha.
There's a tricky yellow jump right at the start here, which is fun. Fast strats. That guy will always just jump into the fire by himself.
Did a good run though.
He did.
I remember watching him practice this level.
Slightly different. Yes.
Doesn't have much.
Oh,
I
I
need to use
didn't
that.
even think about that.
Yeah, there's the item there.
I'm not till 10. I'm not till 10.
Well, once I clear out my street passes, I have it on here.
I can't do it on that. I have it on my 3DS as well. The thing is, the controllers, that...
Alright, this guy is a bastard. So, but I luckily figured out a strat that works consistently there. This guy will not notice you, and then if you double jump, it doesn't work. So that's there. Okay, I meant to actually hit him. You actually hit him with your flame sword and it one-shots him, but that works too.
Unless Justin... I have
The
a...
snakes are skippable. You can just roll right past
Yes,
them.
you can roll past them, unless they're like that guy with positions. There's a fun little
console.
thing here too. This guy chases after you, you're like, oh, I'm gonna get hit, but your shield on your back. Turns there.
So, actually, I can do this one. We're not doing NES until like 6 or 7.
It's much more easy when they kill themselves. Right?
Yes, I would say so.
That's where a lot of the memorization of this game comes from.
Just
It's
not
just
bringing it.
figuring out all those little patterns.
One annoying thing in this game is when you jump at a like a rope, a climbable thing, it just grabs on no matter what as you pass it. So you can't like choose when or when not to grab on.
That's interesting.
You know.
Oh, so you don't have to do an upper grab then?
Right, but I actually prefer that in most cases.
Yeah.
I died.
Oh,
That's a mistake I've been making recently, and I don't know why. You have to do like a really delayed jump there. Come on. Unfortunate.
So outside of the speed run, is there any reason why you want to pick up loot? Like power your guy up or is it just points?
Oh, the money? Yeah, it's just points. It would just be like high score stuff. See, so like every time I jump back there, I didn't want to grab on there, but and I wanted to grab on there. This guy had to use face tank. Luckily, because of how the game works, like you can skip ahead to levels you beat before, or past levels you did before. But
Daisy's aid. Yes.
but every time I die during practice, you start over with the exact same gear. So basically, when I die in a run like this, I practice it like as if I just died. Well, I mean, obviously. Alright, this boss you don't actually need the damage recovery thing for, but it doesn't hurt either. And then he'll always... I'm gonna do this... I'm purposely get hit here so my damage buff radiates to him. And then he'll die faster here. As long as I don't get hit. That boss's name is Fluffy.
oh, Fluffy.
So rip Fluffy.
Rip in peace, Fluffy.
Spooky serpent. Yeah, see now it's all the way up at the top and I like have to bypass that. Okay, now we start to get to the levels that I'm a little rougher at. But we should be okay. Another guy you can just roll past. More games should have airship levels.
Should have been missing.
Alright, top 5 airship levels. Go.
Star Fox.
Alright. I was gonna say Super Mario 3.
Yeah, Super Mario 3 was
Oh yeah, see there.
Doesn't Mega Man have an airship or is it just air?
Mega
Yeah, Storm Eagle. Oh, shoot.
Although that's an annoying level.
I was gonna say, didn't Contra 3 have one? Am I missing?
Contra's been to every level now. I think Contra's series has been to every level.
That's true.
Alright, the annoying thing about this guy is he will literally follow you the entire level. If he happens to like swipe the right way and stuff. And he can mess with you like here. That's okay. It's really nice to have that damage boost for the next stage, but I can deal with it. Oh, that's the item, by the way, that I just picked up that grants you access to the hard modes.
Oh, 'cause I was wondering what those things were.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. He ducks. He ducks out of the freaking those spears. I always rely on just because he only needed one more hit, and I would have just killed him right there. But to that. Die! These guys will mess you up. Okay. I need to get items. Oh. I didn't get the item. So I have a backup strat here. When I don't have enough damage, I KO the fire sword. And that's just to do this and then he gets stuck. Because he's done. It's decently fast to kill him if I have the fire sword, but instead I just get him stuck. It's more fun that way too. Alright, one thing that you'll do the first playthrough is double jump on the way up here or something, but you need to like save it for that guy. Okay, got all our items. Gonna get the damage soak here. Oh, another thing that I'm doing a lot is rolling through items because there's an animation when you pick up the item, and it cancels it if you roll through it.
So it slows you down.
That always happens, but it's terrifying. Okay. And I really never bothered to figure out fast strats to get past this guy because it's terrifying, so I just wait for him to do his attack. Thank you. Alright. So yeah, all the boss's patterns and everything are all predetermined. Like it's always the same. So like this guy is that's not good.
He always goes through the same attack pattern.
Yeah. Yep. He's gonna do it again. Good. Goodness.
So Lobos,
I had to kind of yell
I
at
wanted
that.
to say the chicken choker says on the level where you just went prior to this, you can stick a spear on one of the birds on your shield and ride to the end of the level.
Yeah, somebody did mention that to me, but
It seems a little tricky.
it not only tricky, I think it's less impressive. And I already had strats, so I was like, okay. Oh, so this is the final level, which basically does a bunch of screens back to back to back to back to back. But they're each individual. Once you clear a screen, you're done. And it's just kind of like, here's all the things in the game that you saw already.
These are things you killed.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, kind of like a boss rush, but a monster rush.
Pretty much, yeah. There's no boss rush, but I don't know. So like, I'm done with that. I'll never have to do that again. And a couple of the later screens are really terrifying. So,
Is it random on what screens you're getting? 'Cause I
No.
noticed a little swirly thing coming up.
it is not randomized. I'm getting a phone call right now.
Justin!
Some of these rooms I have really good strats for. Others I just absolutely don't.
Want me to grab that?
Sure, if you want. Okay. So wait here while I'm pop. Walk over here, roll out of the way.
Do you know where you need to
That sucks. I wanted to save that. Actually, pretty much every time I've done that, that slime will scoot over, so that's why plunging attacks directly down. But he did that.
Oh, he must be close. My street casting is going up.
for this fireball. At least, well, in my strats, I do. Where's the bird?
What are we playing, guys?
Volgar. That is a mighty beard, sir.
Oh, thank you. Actually, I just had a trip yesterday. It was
Ooh, that was
ridiculous.
close. Alright, this is like the worst screen that Kenny and I worked on a lot. And
This screen can.
What show?
we ended up not really getting too much
Oh, I
better.
didn't go. Or I went, but I didn't get to see it. A friend I was with got sick, so I had to drive her back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she thought she was having a heart attack.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But it turned out that she was fine.
Alright, this is the worst screen of it.
Other people.
Hey, what's going on? James.
Good.
I've seen you.
You're around.
He was at the
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah.
No, it wasn't my scheme.
That's unfortunate. I have strats for that, but I didn't execute immediately, so the timing was way off. This is where the room strats get a little bit slower, and much
so I went ahead and grabbed
clumsier.
it.
But that works. Good.
$5 I can't pass that. Oh, I pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's really annoying. Luckily, I'm gonna get a bunch of items here if I don't die. This is basically Spear Mania. And this is really slow. This is absolutely a faster way to do this. Oh, and it includes not dying.
Clutch reminds me of only one thing.
Not dying is part of it. So here's the. See if that gets you past.
Yeah, terrible menu then. It's not that terrible. Yeah. It's not as terrible doing it actually.
Oh man, come on. Death is a very common thing.
Headshot.
Yeah, I needed to die anyways. My hero was too far behind.
And then he said,
Yeah, Jealous was always
oh, he had right for $5.
Yeah.
recently got a ring card. As soon as we go back to the necklace,
Okay. Like a little safe.
That picture got so many more views
Okay,
than
good.
anything else on our page for a long time.
very true.
And then he said, oh, I got box stuff.
You're into that pain? Alright. We just need ice. I didn't think you're out of
Go away. Oh wow, I just should not have turned around. That was.
I didn't get your message until I was already out of work, so I was like, I should have probably figured it out by now.
Yeah. I figured that would be something that you would do.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Luckily,
thinking
there's
about
like
this, and then-
there's 2 items here, and there's also this thing, so we should be good proceeding forward.
You got your shield, you got your damage charge.
You got a wooden shield.
They worked our glasses.
I'll get the blue shield there.
But I didn't know.
He said it's like Dark Souls.
This is like 2D Dark Souls. It's Ghosts and Goblins new version basically.
Nice.
Wow. Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
Whatever. Next section.
Yeah, when Kenny said, oh, I'm gonna find you guys. My street pass thing went off. I was like, oh, they're probably.
Mine's out of the car. By the time I do
This is
control,
probably the roughest screen for me.
come on. I guess on a manual version.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm just kidding. I'm just going. I'm leaving.
That was pretty bright.
Lucky is what it was, but I'll take Pro too. Die please. Stop. Go away.
Oh, this has actual whiskey.
Oh wow, I forgot about that. Whoa. This I can get past the screen though. The main important thing is obviously getting past the screen. Okay.
Next time, let's ice.
This is tricky jump, which first time you get to that, I'm always like, what am I supposed to do here? I ain't did this one yet. not menacing, you can kill him at a range. Alright. I have no idea if this is faster strats, but it's definitely safer strats. Oh man, I was doing Kenny strats and then zombie spawn. So that is RNG right there, the zombie spawns. It's unfortunate.
Alright, so something to mix them.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that was close. Past that. Okay. That's the screen. I think it's one more screen. This guy needs to go away immediately.
Maybe he'll get bored of that. Just go home.
Okay. I'm in good shape because I want to have this damage soak for this next part, which is the last part before the boss. Alright, here we go. Last boss. It's not sub 30. No, I don't think it's a PB, but that's okay. Yeah.
This one I just don't make myself. Try to rinse something. These other ones.
I shouldn't have risked that. That was a silly mistake. I actually need to die now. There's a very, like, if it had been a pixel lower on that, where I had placed that spear, we would have been fine, but...
Oh, it fully equips you.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I needed to die.
Holy shit, there's a lot more people in this. Yeah, actually.
See, I like this one. It's so sweet.
Okay. You can't hit him at this point, so it's just plain dodge. Dodge the things. And here we go. You just YOLO. You just YOLO it. Okay. There we go.
I like how his head came off even though you were hitting him on the feet.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really powerful sword.
More loot.
Like it's loot.
What stops the timer?
I'm just gonna get to the credits, I guess. I don't know. The in-game timer stops itself. This is the lore, and then you get badass rock soundtrack. So.
Sub 33.
Oh, nice.
Sub 33. Hi.
Yeah, sub 33 high.
Oh, and you can totally play this, and it's kind of like you can kill all the enemies as they show them with their names and stuff.
That's awesome.
Not those.
Why did you kill him?
I can't kill these. Those are friendly. These guys, though. These guys. Yeah. And they slowly build up your items too. And they can't hurt you, of course. Oh, but you can also climb on the words.
Oh, nice. What happens if you scroll off the top?
Hey, you just eventually fall. Tarantular! Screw these guys. Netflix. You can't kill the boss.
This is like Doom 2.
Yeah, it is.
You're in Doom 2, you see the enemies and you press space bar and you can just kill them.
Yep. Well, we're gonna let this epic music play while we set up for Super Nintendo segment, which will be first starting off with Super Metroid by Exaspera. So
Super Metroid hype.
let's get hype.
Oh, is that